Kohamada, good evening.
We've been learning a little bit of sign language to speak to our friends at the volunteer village who were deaf. So we're learning very slowly. But this post is basically just going into some temple etiquette, because yesterday was Poya, which is a very important day for Buddhists, especially in Sri Lanka, and it's a holiday.
Full moon, actually. It's the full moon holiday.
Yeah, so every full moon of every month they have a Poya day, and you can't drink, and all the shops are closed, no one works. Very important, which is probably why Sri Lanka has the most holidays out of any country in the world. It has 140 days of holiday a year, so I'm surprised any work gets done. But yeah, so we went to Volunteer Village yesterday to meet with our friends, but no one was working, so we just ended up chatting and
learning a bit of sign language.
Yeah, which was great. And our friend Delani, she asked us to come to temple with her, as we have a tuk-tuk.
Yeah, so I was the personal chauffeur.
So we went to a temple that is just before Kogala, so you go past the Air Force and the airfield base, and you just take a turning on the left straight afterwards, opposite the Catalana restaurant, which is actually an aeroplane.
And it's actually run by the Air Force, and
for all their workers.
For all their workers, but also it means that you can actually get really good food, massive portions at a really good price.
So we went to the temple, and the first thing you should know about the temple is no phones, because it's a place of silence and a place of thinking and worship, and no shoes. So obviously you have that in Sri Lanka a lot, and other places you always take your shoes off to go into a house. But here, even outside, you must take your shoes off before you actually enter the area of the temple. So took our shoes off, went up. You bring a bag of flowers.
Yeah, they bring flowers and oil to burn.
So you get your flowers and take them out. Do not smell them.
As we did. So we got a handful of flowers, and the first thing I do is, so then straight away, Delani takes them off me, throws them away.
Because it's disrespectful to Buddha, so you do not smell the flowers. And then you place them on the shrine very carefully, and Delani was saying a prayer while she was doing it. But every flower must be the right way up, you can't just plonk. Has to be take care. And then we walked around the actual relic with Nirosha and had a look and saw a few things where Delani rested her leg because she has a very bad limp. And then an old lady came along and gave us some incense and hustled us to the oil burning wall, where you are given a little bottle of oil. Most people take it, but obviously because we're white, someone gave it to us. And you top up these little cups with a wick in that are burning the whole time.
Yeah, I think people say a prayer, a bit like you do in church, or kind of something like that.
And you then light your incense from these oil burners, and do not blow them. You have to shake the incense out. Then you place them in the designated. There's like quite a few pots around full of incense. Yeah. And you place them there, and some people say a prayer, and there are people praying all around, and it just smells so good. You then go up to the shrine with both hands, both hands on the shrine, together, pray, and down. And then you do the same as there's usually a Buddha statue, and you do the same, touch, pray. You then enter a building full of frescoes, so statues and paint, completely painted, completely full of art of Buddha and what different symbolic, like metaphorical images and all that sort of thing. And you've got the Sri Lankan people sitting round, praying and chanting, and it's very interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're just a few points that we thought we'd share, because obviously you go to places and you don't know. So the more you know, the more respectful you can be, and I think the more you can glean from it as well, and you can understand what people are doing.
But also, a thing to remember is you are allowed to take photographs, but it's always just best, to ask for permission before you do take photographs, because you know, some temples may be a little bit stricter than others, you know, if they're like a local temple, or certain people might not want to be in the photographs, so, you know, it's just something to bear in mind. But, you know, you are allowed to take photographs, that is one thing.
So yeah, that's our etiquette of Buddhist temples. We hope you enjoy, and we'll see you soon.
Subaratya.
Subarati.